And as you know, it's a fierce fight between the YSRCP and the TDP. Both parties are joining me tonight over the adulteration of Tirupati Laddus. Jagan had a press conference today. The Supreme Court has issued an SIT. Jagan says he has proof about what was done under Naidu's regime in the past. Both sides are threatening to expose each other completely, and it's going to be a face-off after this report.
Setting the stage for a fresh political face-off, the Supreme Court cancelled the SIT formed by Andhra Pradesh government to probe the alleged adulteration of the Tirupati Laddus. In a blow to the ruling NDA in the state, the apex court directed the formation of an independent new SIT to look into the Chief Minister's claim that the ghee used in the Tirupati prasadam was adulterated with pig fat under the previous Jagan regime. The top court stated that the new SIT should have representation from the centre, state and the food regulator FSSAI, adding that the probe has to be monitored by the CBI. Seeking to turn the tables on the Chief Minister after drawing heavy fire from his political rivals and seers over the alleged adulteration of the prasadam, the YSRCP chief came out all guns blazing at Naidu. Addressing media persons, a combative Jagan ripped into the Chief Minister, accusing him of hurting the sanctity of the TTD and prasadam with his false adulteration claim.
Supreme Court categorically reprimanded Chandrababu Naidu not to speak of such lies. Supreme Court has made it very clear not to bring God into politics. They also passed a judgment, once again, passed an order nullifying the SIT which is constituted by the state government.
As a fresh political storm erupts over the adulteration row, we ask, has Jagan given himself a clean chit even before the SIT clears him in the case?
My next format is very simple, 1 versus 1. Left-hand side, TDP, right-hand side, YSRCP, open debate. Satish Reddy, when did the court reprimand Chandrababu Naidu? I don't understand. And how is it political? Beef tallow and lard, which is made rendering the fatty tissue of a pig, is not a political issue. It's a sentiment of Hindu devotees which is at stake. That's my opening remark to you. But I don't understand. There's an SIT. I'm sure you are going to be under investigation soon. If the Supreme Court did not see merit in the case, it wouldn't have had an SIT in the first place, Mr. Reddy.
Good evening, Mr. Arnab ji. First of all, we have knocked the doors of the Supreme Court, basing on the comments of Chandrababu Naidu garu. Chandrababu Naidu garu alleged our party's leader and our party's stand for contamination of the laddu. And there is no proof of that. And you go through your report in your channel itself. Clearly in Supreme Court, they have stated that God cannot be brought into, politics cannot be brought into God. And what Chandrababu Naidu has done, the court has totally blamed him not to do it. Today again, you're telling that pig fallow has been used in that. Where is the proof? And how can you allege like this? This is the same allegation that Chandrababu Naidu has done and which we are denying. And for this itself, we have gone to the court and we have asked them to investigate into that matter with a judicial inquiry. But still we are happy. We are welcoming the Supreme Court's
So if it is proved that was fish oil, beef tallow, lard obtained by rendering the fatty tissue of a pig, and if the NDDP calf report is proven to be true, should Jagan be sent to jail?
No, one thing, we have asked for a judicial inquiry, number one. But
I'm saying if this is proven to be true, should Jagan go to jail?
How can you prove it, number one? Have you taken the laddus for test?
Question.
Or are you talking about the ghee? Have the laddus been sent to the laboratory? Without sending the laddus to the laboratory, how can you make an allegation that the laddus have been contaminated, they have the fat of a pig? How are you telling like this? This is very bad. What Mr. Chandrababu Naidu has done has already damaged the sentiments of the Hindus.
So
And
you've
you are
already
still
taken a
further trying
position
to-
that no wrong
Yes,
happened.
no.
You've already
Yes,
taken a
100%.
position that no wrong happened. You know, you must understand the sentiments of the devotees. You don't seem to care much about it. Jyotsna wants to respond to you. Jyotsna ji wants to respond to you. Jyotsna Tirunagiri, National spokesperson of TDP, is responding to the General Secretary of the YSRCP. Jyotsna ji.
Arnab, please give me some time. I do not want any interruptions, Arnab. I request you, because the matter is of concern for almost some crores of devotees across the world, just not India, just not Andhra Pradesh. Even when this thing surfaced, the first thing that came out of my mouth was, we are extremely sorry, because it should not have happened. It should not have happened. And now, coming back to the details of it, Arnab, I'll tell you one thing. They come today saying a lot of things, but there are a couple of questions, Arnab, which I hope all of the YSRCP panelists who are sitting in different debates also probably understand and answer those questions. First thing first. There were tender conditions that were running. They changed the basic tender conditions, Arnab. In 2019 December, when Y.V. Subba Reddy Garu was the TTD board chairperson, Y.V. Subba Reddy Garu is the uncle of Jagan Reddy Garu. He made a resolution and he formed a committee, and then they got some inputs, and they just simply, out of nowhere, for no reason, for reason which they only know, they changed the tender conditions. I'll give you some examples, Arnab. Because the Tirupati Laddu is a patented product, and for that patented thing, we have the geotagging and all. For that, any tender that you call for, any raw material tender that you call for, it should be a cost, it should not be a cost-based tender, it should be absolutely a quality-based tender. That's the reason we had conditions like whatever is the dairy which is participating in the tender, they should at least be having a procurement capacity of 4 lakh liters of cow milk a day for the past 1 year. They have, simply removed that. Why? Nobody knows. Annual turnover of the firm should be minimum 250 crores. They decreased it to 150 crores. Why? Nobody knows. The processing capacity.
Whatever Jyotsna madam is telling.
I ask you not to interrupt when I talk. Kindly hold on.
Even in this
There is a
debate,
report. Kindly hold on. I didn't
you cannot propagate lies.
when you
Do you have any?
Well, 1 minute. I'll give her 20 seconds to complete, Satish ji, and then you can respond. Would that be all right?
See, the point is, I'm telling you all this, Arnab, because it is a pre-planned thing that they have done with Tirupati. It's a fact. And
Pre-planned.
now, even after entire thing, they do not.
What does
have the
Jagan
minimum
gain by putting
at least-
pig lard? Let me ask you, what does Jagan gain by putting pig lard or beef tallow into a Tirupati Laddu? You are saying he's planned it, he's conspired for it. What does he gain?
See, I'll tell you one thing, Anand. What does Jagan gain by being by propaganding anti-Hindu agenda? What does he gain out of it? What did he gain in the past 5 years? Did he gain?
Okay.
He always had an anti-Hindu agenda.
Can I talk?
Temples were
Your 20
desecrated
seconds is
instead of
over. Can I-
Okay, it's an open debate. Your time is up. And now Satish Reddy, on this very sharp and very hot debate, is responding to the
first of
TDP
all-
spokesperson.
No, first of all the people should know that this is a secular country, and Jagan Mohan Reddy and his father, they were very instrumental in upholding the secularism of this country. I belong to Pulivendra constituency, a part of Jagan Mohan Reddy, and have contested against YSR 3 times and have contested against Jagan Mohan Reddy also twice. But what I wanted to tell you is, all these days in the 45 years of their politics, they have never ever interfered in anybody's religious faiths. And the religious faiths of all the religions have been upheld throughout the state. Name one instance
The
where Jagan Mohan
question
Reddy
is,
or YSRCP
but Satish
have
Reddy.
heard the sentiments.
Satish
please
Reddy.
let me-
If that is
let me
the case,
complete.
why did he sign a
Please let me
declaration when he
complete.
went to Tirumala?
They have never
Simple
ever
question.
heard. the
What is it
sentiments.
got to what is it got to do with the
She
signing?
was telling, no, she was telling that
He does
She's
not
saying-
respect.
certain.
He does
Yeah,
not
yeah. I'm just
respect the
replying to the
sentiments of
allegations.
She's saying that he's not a Hindu. That's what she's
Sir,
saying.
it's not a question of-
No,
sir,
that's
it's
what
not
I'm
a
telling
question
you.
of not a Hindu.
Though they
Arnab ji
don't
does not
practice
respect the
Hinduism, though they
sentiments of
practice
Hindus.
Christianity,
Sir, when
you
you are
come to
going to a
Puruliandala
religious
constituencies,
place, won't you respect
hundreds
the
of
religious
crores of
place
funds have been
sentiments?
released
Jyotsna.
for the welfarement of
Why
temples.
did he sign
You come
the
and see in
declaration?
Puruliandala constituency in
Sir,
Kadapa
answer this
district,
question.
how much of
Why
funds
did
were
he sign?
allotted
When
for the
Abdul
development
Kalam
of
ji can
temples
sign,
over here?
when Sonia
And how
Gandhi ji
much
can
of
sign,
own
why
money
did-
has been spent
why did
as
Jagan Mohan
charity?
Reddy sign?
What was there in the
Answer me, sir.
declaration? Okay, what was there in the declaration? What did he have
Sir,
to
it's
sign?
just- Arnab ji, it's
No,
the
why are
rule
you
of
coming?
TTD.
No, no, please don't.
Any non-Hindu
When you
who
ask one
visits
question,
the
Arnab ji,
temple,
Arnab
to
ji,
just give a
Arnab ji,
declaration
one
saying,
thing.
I
Please
have respect in the
switch
God
off
and I.
this.
Okay,
Sorry,
Satish Reddy, why did Jagan Mohan Reddy not sign a declaration simply saying, I respect the Hindu gods in this temple?
No, kindly give me time. When you're asking one question, when I'm replying to that question, you're switching out to some other question. So, whatever question you have asked, first, what does Jagan Mohan Reddy gain by adding some fat of some animal in that laddus? Number one. These people should say, and without an evidence, what the court has also stated is, without an evidence, how can a chief minister, a responsible person, talk like this?
How much time?
This was a big shunting to the chief minister. And shamelessly, you are again trying to defend something, and again you are trying to talk about this allegation.
Do not utter the word
Supreme
shamelessly.
Court
If you
clearly
dare to
told
utter the
you
word,
that
I'll
you
call
cannot
your
make
name.
such allegations.
Understood?
General Secretary YSRCP
You cannot
is targeting the national spokesperson of TDP. She's responding.
Mr. Reddy, take back that word. Take back that word. Take back that word. Who is
I'm not able
shameless?
to
You
hear.
guys could be. We are not. We are here. We are here respecting each and every religion. You want
I'm
to
not
talk
able to
about
hear
it?
her, Ramnath.
Satish Reddy, she's taking objection to a particular word you used.
What is that? What is the word and what is the objection she has?
How can you
I'm
call
here
me
for a
shameless?
fair debate. I'm here for a fair debate. Whatever time you give her,
You are
you
for a
give me
fair
also.
debate.
And
You are
question
for a
by
fair
question you
debate.
ask me, I will
You don't
give
have
you
the
all
right
the
to
clarity.
call me shameless.
This is the greatest
Understood?
mistake
You don't have the
that
right.
Mr. Chandrababu Naidu has done. Without any evidence, without any proof, he has heard the sentiments of all the Hindus. And the Supreme Court has taken a serious cognizance of that. That was what is there in its comments. That gods cannot be politicized. Gods and deities cannot be politicized. What bad judgment can you get? What better judgment can you get against Chandrababu Reddy than this?
When Y.V. Subba Reddy
He has
was
been
the
lambasted.
chairperson,
And still you
why did he
try
not
to say
appeal in
something?
Supreme Court as a normal citizen? Why did he hide his identity there?
You see, the
And
question
why did
also
he
is, Mr. Reddy,
See,
Mr. Reddy, can
you
I
are
say
trying
something to you?
no,
Can I say
no,
something to you? And I'm not, see, Mr. Reddy, I'm aware that the matter is in the Supreme Court. Mr. Reddy, I just want to
Yes.
say something to you, sir.
What is the no. Please, Arnab ji.
Yes.
Before talking all these points, you go through your news channel. What you have said in Republic channel, what did you say?
Yes.
The Supreme Court clearly said, it has stated, Chandrababu Naidu should not have spoken like this without proper evidence.
At the same
is
time-
it that report that you are given in your own
At the same
channel?
time, Mr. Reddy.
And then you are talking different now.
Mr. Reddy, at the same time, you have
same
quoted,
Supreme Court
1
has
minute,
not
I'm
said
responding to
also.
Mr. Reddy now. Mr. Reddy, you have quoted Y.V. Subba Reddy, the ex-chairperson of the Tirupati Devasthanam. You have quoted another YSRP SCP member, Karunakar Reddy,
When
who
did
was
I
twice
quote?
the chairperson.
I
But
did
at the
not
same
quote. No,
time,
I did
but
not
at the
quote.
same, but
I
at the
did
same
not
time,
quote
but at the
anybody.
same time, Mr. Reddy, allow me to come. Mr. Reddy, if there is nothing unholy involved, then why did TTT executive officials confirm the presence of animal fats in the laddus and also say, and I quote, that a lab value indicated the sample was adulterated with lard? Now, my question to you, Mr. Reddy, is, and you must be empathetic on this, I am a practicing Hindu, and I would ask this question.
So am I.
That,
So am I,
so
Mr.
are you a
Arnab.
practicing Hindu? So from one practicing Hindu to another, my question is, do Hindu sentiments matter? In Bengal, parents of children demanded the resignation of a school principal because he allegedly fed their children jhatka chicken. Okay.
Okay.
So
No,
my question
no,
is,
no.
if being served jhatka chicken is a concern, how is a possible presence of beef or pork lard in prasad laddus not an issue to worry about?
No,
We
can-
must worry
can you
about it.
answer? No, can you give me time to answer?
Briefly, yes.
Please, yeah. One thing, some adulteration or contamination of ghee has come to the notice. At what date? It was in June 12th. Who was the chief minister then? Who is to be blamed for that? And shamelessly, all of you are accusing Jagan Reddy, or a person who was not in power during that time.
Go back from the.
How can all of you come and tell a non-concerned person?
Okay.
How do you link a
Okay,
non-concerned person?
Satish Reddy.
I'll
No,
answer
you
that
have to be
Reddy, I
fair
have to
enough,
close it
Mr.
there.
I'll answer
I
that
promise to
question.
take
When
it
you're talking
forward.
like this-
I'll give
No,
5
when
seconds to Jyotsna. I have to close only for want of time. Only 5 seconds, Jyotsna, to Mr. Reddy.
Sir, Arnab is asking
No,
why did you blame
what
Jagan
about-
Mohan Reddy?
what-
Because it was during their time that particular supplier was hired. It was their time that the tender conditions were changed. It
5,
was their time that they did
4,
all the nonsense.
3, 2, 1, and I
then-
close this debate. I'm going to take it forward. And when I'm back after this one hot debate to another, now why is the Deputy Chief Minister, the sitting Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, saying wait and watch when he's asked about the destruction or attempts to destroy Sanatan Dharma? When I'm back.
Time for a quick breather.